I feel like a lot has been said about the differences between the Heated Rivalry TV show and the novel. I don't know. I've seen a lot of takes saying that the TV show is just so much better and a completely different experience from the books. And I have to say that I completely disagree. I'd say it's tighter. The script for the TV show is cleaner. Obviously, there's just so much less of it. It's 6 episodes. A lot of the differences between the two mediums really does boil down to the TV show being just a really good adaptation of the books, in my opinion. Like the scene where Ilya meets Shane in his real estate development apartment. In the books, Ilya thinks in his head that the building is creepy and that this is where he will be murdered, etc., etc. Hollander's only instruction had been for Ilya to go around the back of the building, text him, and wait at the door. So Ilya did that, trying not to think about being murdered in a dark, empty lot behind a creepy building. If he believed Hollander had a diabolical bone in his body, Ilya would suspect he was about to be pranked. In the TV show, we don't get into the character's head, so instead, the scriptwriters have Ilya say this out loud.
You will murder me.
And it is funnier, because it leads to Shane responding,
Maybe. Get in.
leading to more fun banter. We also get to see them run up the stairs competing like children, which is adorable. That's just good adaptation. They realized they could make a scene funnier and make it be dialogue for the actors to use. I don't think that means that the original is bad necessarily. They managed to make a scene stronger by changing the method of delivery from inside Ilya's head and turning it into spoken dialogue. To me, that's just utilizing the different medium of TV effectively. What about when two scenes have almost kind of the exact same lines? Would they feel different then? The balcony scene in Las Vegas surprised me in the books because of the different tone that the scene has. In the show, I see them both being frustrated. They're angry, shouting at each other. Shane's frustrated because he feels like he's been pretty graceful with his previous losses and doesn't understand why Ilya's not doing the same. Ilya's probably angry at having to go home to Russia and having to face criticism from his father for losing. Plus, his rival fuck buddy decides to prod him after a loss. The atmosphere is charged, the lead up clear and set up perfectly to the making out, and Shane angrily shoving Ilya away. The novel is much more somber in tone. Yeah, well, who knows how they decide these things. Shane wasn't sure why he was even saying this stuff. He didn't need to apologize for anything. He earned that fucking trophy. So you're just sulking up here all night then? It bothers you that much that I won? Not everything is about you, Hollander. He didn't look at Shane at all when he said it. His voice hadn't been angry. He just sounded tired and sad. He laughed a little without any humor at all. What do you want, Hollander? Well, Rosanov said, sweeping a hand through the air in front of them. Here is view. Shane notices Ilya's melancholy and his anger leaves him. This maybe marks the first time he finds himself caring for his rival. When Shane pushes Ilya away, we get to read how painful that is for him. It hurt him to even say the words to reject Ilya at that moment. Something that probably isn't 100% easily communicable through a screen, and maybe that's why they changed it, I personally enjoyed the way they interpreted the scene in the TV show. Ilya saying fuck.
And what? You're this fucking view, Hollander. Check it out. Fuck.
Was really funny to me, but also I have a really juvenile sense of humor. And I can totally see people appreciating Ilya's melancholy and Shane's blooming attachment from the novel more because it shows that more vulnerable side to the both of them that makes them a compelling couple. Again, they're different. And I feel like in this case, between the two mediums, neither interpretation was better or worse. And there are places where being able to say more actually makes the scene better or funnier, in my opinion. After the club scene in the show, we get to see Shane having sex with Rose, where he is clearly thinking about Ilya, but also we see Ilya jerking it off in the bathroom and not having sex with the girl he was grinding on in the club. Why? It's not like Shane and Ilya is exclusive at this point. They're still not acknowledging that they like each other. Shane's literally fucking somebody else right then. I thought when I was watching the show, maybe it was because of something romantic, right? Maybe he didn't really want to be fucking anybody but Shane. He was just trying to see how Shane reacts in the club, making him jealous, or, something, right? Turns out, in the books, it was because the girl he had been dancing with had a boyfriend. Ilya couldn't resist pushing it. He gave him what he believed to be his sexiest smile and bent down to whisper in the girl's ear. Should we take this somewhere else? He never took his eyes off Shane. Sorry, she said, surprising him. Sorry, not tonight, babe. I'm here with my boyfriend. He likes to watch me. It turns him on. But I'm leaving with him. The fuck? Your boyfriend. He looked around nervously. She laughed. Relax. He's not gonna hit you. He likes it, like I said. She kissed his cheek, turned, and left him. And Shane was gone. Furious, and now even more desperately in need of release than he had been before he'd left the hotel, Ilya stormed off the dance floor and grabbed Victor by the arm. I'm leaving. That girl? Right on, man. Ilya didn't answer him. Ilya is, one, pretty nervous about this girl's boyfriend. Which is funny. I don't know why he was nervous. Was he nervous of getting beat up? Big bad hockey player Ilya Rozanov is afraid of getting beat up by a random girl's boyfriend? And two, Ilya's furious. He's angry about not getting to fuck this girl on top of seeing Shane with Rose Landry. He's so angry he storms off the dance floor and out of the club entirely. Instead of, just flirting with another girl. Again, he's Ilya Rozanov. Him being so pissed makes him angrily jerking off in this fucking bathroom so much funnier. Obviously, the scene with the girl and the boyfriend or whatever isn't necessary to the show, and that's probably why they cut it. Even without explanation on why Ilya's jerking off in the bathroom alone, you can make stuff up in your head, like I did. But I'd argue that the scene is funnier in the novel, and that's just another benefit to the medium. Having more time for extra, maybe sometimes sillier things. I'm not making this video to say that the novel is better than the show. I think the show is a brilliant adaptation of the books, and that the two mediums are different enough that they're both interesting in their own way, but not so different that it's an entirely separate experience and one is worse than the other, like some people are trying to say they are. I think some people are just being a little negative. Let's all just enjoy ourselves and have some fun.